Hello and welcome to Pro Sumo Small Talk with the Honu Sumo founders, JJ Jones and
Kyushu Basho. Kyushu Basho
so
2023.
much, Mengkin. Why
and
did you say your
Honu Sumo
name?
founder Mengkin.
Thank you. In this episode, we're just going to talk about the Kyushu Basho. Our thoughts, our feelings. We're a little divorced from the time of it, so for God forbid that we screw up on details, Joe.
Because we had that pointed out by a certain person. How minimum effort our things are. Oh wait, this is Pro Sumo Small Talk.
This is Pro Sumo Small Talk, but it is in the minimum verse.
I mean, even our Pro Sumo Small Talks, at least mine is minimum effort. Recently, when I used to like this, for some reason, this basho, I didn't do most of my videos in one take. It took me like 5 takes.
Really?
Yeah,
really?
because
Dude,
previously
but your videos
like
this time around they were great. They were great.
Because I had to retake it.
You had good details. There was one that was a little shaky, but I was like, you know what? I'm not going to edit it. I'm not going to shorten it. I'm not going to get rid of the awkward dead space in between. I'm just going to leave it. But they were great one-shotters. You know what I'm saying? Really
I try
easy.
To do it in one shot. Yeah, I don't want you to have to do so much editing, so I try to get it, within like 50 seconds.
Yeah. And then that leaves that like extra 5 seconds that I do for the like the winning technique of it, and maybe somebody receiving their cash and stuff like that. What did you think of the layout of it? My artistic vision.
JJ's artistic layout. I don't know. I liked it this time. This time was a lot simpler than some of the other times. Like sometimes you really go a little too artistic.
Yeah.
But my favorite was, man, when you sent me that video of me speaking Spanish, that AI just copying my voice, I was like, how does this sound exactly like me?
Dude, that was the best part. Like it always happened where I have something and I'm like, this is working. We're starting to get like some pretty good interactions online. People are like, man, like I like this production. The voices are good. The custom music made by Movie Mulligan was probably flawless for this time around, right?
Like that was Movie Mulligan that did that music for us.
Yeah. So every time you pick Hoshoyuru, that's going to be the song. I kind of want them to like make a song for everyone because I feel like that'd be fun. But whatever.
Man, that I showed Charlotte that, and he's like, I don't like this. He's like, I don't like it.
Yo, yeah. So I get to the halfway point, and every time in the middle of a basho, I have this like artistic crisis almost, and I'm like, man, I have to do something different. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Like if I have an overlay, I'm like, I'm going to switch the overlay all the way around. If it's maybe like the way that you see the videos, I'm like, oh, I'm just going to switch it all the way. I don't know what it is. I have no idea. And this time around, I was like, I want it to be in a different language. So I changed it. And dude, I had to pick. I was like, man, I was going to translate it into Japanese just to drive you crazy. Because then it would sound just like you speaking in a language that you speak. But then I was like, man, he's gonna realize that some of the words don't make sense the way that it's saying it, maybe, and I won't be able to tell. So I lost control. So I couldn't do that. So instead, I was like, All right, I know what to do here. I know what to do. I'll put it in Spanish, a language he doesn't speak, but Brenda speaks. So
Yeah.
Brenda's going to be listening and be like, "What the fuck is happening
What
here?
is this?
What the crap?"
Is this?
Yeah, that was fun.
But it's
And then of
great.
course,
Yeah.
once I did that, I did it for the middle, up to day 7, because that was Hoshoyuru against Takayasu. All right, so I did it up to that, and I was like, man, I just have to finish this. So I did it one more time.
There's 2 views for part 2.
Yeah. Wait, how much does the first one have?
Like 17 views.
Hey,
I think part 2, one of the views is me, probably.
It's you and Brenda. I love you, Brenda. You're the
Thanks
best.
for watching.
You're literally the best.
But yeah, let's talk about
man.
the actual sumo though.
Yeah. So let's talk about it.
So I followed.
It was
it
was a pretty cool basho. I thought it was really exciting. The new guys, like the younger guys in the mix, were doing extremely good. Like I thought Mafuji did really, really good. Hokuseho is Hokuseho, right? But what was his record?
He told this, but he's starting to do better though. Like he's not just grabbing from over the shoulder these days. Hokuto Fuji was not Hokuto Fuji. Hokuseho was 7 and 8.
7 and 8.
Yeah,
but he is trying. He is trying, right?
We got Kotonowaka, who did double digits again. Right? Didn't he have double digits in no, he didn't have a double digit in September. He had a 9-6. But he's been pretty consistent this last year because he went 8-7. He's only had winning records this year.
Yeah, that's
8-7, 9-6, 8-7, 11-4, 9-6, 11-4 this time. So if he continues with this, he'll get promoted to Ozeki.
Yeah, he's doing really good.
Great, and he's still a young man, so.
Yeah, young. Doesn't seem like he has any injuries, which is good. Any injuries worth talking about.
Yeah.
Speaking of injuries, Uda. Woo. What was he? Did he end up at 10 and 5, or was it 8 and 7?
8 and 7.
Yeah.
It doesn't show me the breakdown on the site. It doesn't show me the breakdown in his winning, the techniques he's won with. He's since what, like 2 years ago, since he came back to Makuuchi, he's been focusing more on pushing and thrusting more than
he has. He's still getting his weird magic in there, but he's always going to be one of my dudes. I don't have his handprint behind me anymore.
But I think he struggles at the upper part of Maegashira. Because every time
and that's where he had to start this time around. So he started, I think he was like
all the
3.
Yeah. No, he was 0 and 5.
He was 0 and 5. So he had to dig himself out of hell.
And he went 8 and 7, which that's pretty good. I mean, he beat Meisei Kotonowaka. Yeah. Abi, Shodai, and then 12, 13, 14, day 12 to 14, 15, he won all 4.
Nice.
Shodai, Onosho, Gonoyama, and Hokuseiho.
Yeah, and it's pretty cool that he, like with the young buck Gonoyama, that he was able to beat him,
But talking about Gonoyama, that stare down between Gonoyama and Hoshoryu, that was long.
Dude, how long was it? Because I watched it on Nato Sumo, and you know how he fast forwards.
It was really long. It was really long. It was minute. Like it was over. Like it was minutes. I think not 1 minute. I think it was like 2 minutes. Like it was a while. Let me see. Let me check that right now.
I know that Sumo Chris had a
Oh yeah.
breakdown of that, but I didn't watch it. I try not to watch content about sumo. I don't want to steal anybody's ideas by accident or whatever. But it was intense. It was intense.
Oh, no. Yeah. Well, let me see.
Gotoyama is really sneaking in there, you know. When I saw him in his last match in Jirio against Hokuseiho,
yeah,
that was it Hokuseiho? Am I saying that right?
Gonoyama?
No, yeah. Who did he fight the last?
Let me see.
Ochiai. The last match against Ochiai, right? That was.
Oh, that day, yeah. So
yeah.
The total thing from when they first went down to the Shikiri-sen, with the for the Sonkyo, until they actually went off like on the Tachiai, it was about 3 minutes.
That's crazy.
Because it reset like twice, right?
Yeah.
And then he just destroyed. I think I didn't watch the whole Chris Sumo thing, or I read somewhere it was Hoshoryu wanted go because Gonoyama last time they went against each other, he was also dilly dallying, right? Gonoyama, I think. So this time Hoshoryu was like, respect my rank.
Yeah.
He's kind of coming out like his uncle a little bit.
Yeah, I know. Look at you. You're like from ear to ear smiling, you know?
He looks like his uncle. He's getting a little bit of his uncle's temperament. He's not cocky yet.
I don't know, man. I can kind of see it. Well, the framework for him being cocky is always there, especially I spend a lot of time because of the editing and stuff. I spend a lot of time looking at him before he starts his matches, right? And all of that is cockiness, right? And intimidation and cockiness, just like, right? Like that's him, right? And then you got someone like Uda who's trying to find his inner peace.
I love Uda. Every single time it's the same thing. He comes back, that last one, the guy offers him the towel. He's like, and then he goes.
And then you got Takayasu's.
Everybody has a routine.
Everybody has their thing. Some people don't quite have it set yet. People don't have it set yet. But you know.
This Uda is just so iconic. I love it.
Speaking of Takayasu, that match between Takayasu and Hoshoyuru, that was great. I watched it like somewhere around like 13-14 times, just because you can see that he set it up before, and a couple times before he's like, this is what I want to do. I'm not sure if he saw like the opportunity before or how that happened, but man, that leg grab was perfect.
Oh, that was beautiful.
Right?
It was beautiful.
Especially on a guy like Hoshoyuru, because
Hoshoyuru went for the kakenage a couple of times, and he was desperate.
He was super desperate, and he was kind of forcing it a little bit.
Yeah, he was.
But honestly, it kind of when people know that Takayasu's like going full like pusher thruster, that's when that's there, right? When he's really trying to like move forward, but the opportunity was never there.
It is not. The one that was also I liked was Miori Fuji versus Hokuseiho, the smallest guy and the biggest guy, that went like over 4 minutes, so they had to stop it.
I know.
It's pretty cool. Charlotte was watching it too. It's like, that's long. It's like, yeah, this doesn't happen often. Usually
Man,
it's against similar sized guys too. Like last time it happened was Teruno Fuji versus Ichinojo, was it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. And that was like 2 or 3 years ago.
Like no Muwashi issue situation, because there was that Midori Fuji against Teruno Fuji.
Oh, the Muwashi,
yeah. But that had to do more with the Muwashi than the other stuff. It was a long match still, though.
It was, but that one Hokuseiho and Midori Fuji, like you don't see that smallest guy versus the tallest guy, like
yeah, super interesting.
There are a bunch of good. There was a bunch of good matches. I'm just disappointed with Hoshoryu. He was looking good. He was looking good at the beginning, and then he just started losing.
Yeah. It all started from that like trip up that he had, and I think that stayed in his head.
No, was. I think on day 6 against Takayasu, I think he wrote, or one of the losses, he did like hurt his big toe, because I remember watching the next day. He kind of had wrapped it up again, so I think he couldn't put enough weight on that. That's why he was. Maybe it was against Gonoyama or something. That's why against Takayasu he was trying to force that.
That makes sense.
Maybe I don't know. It was one of the days.
And then it was the match that he just lost against himself. That was against one of the young dudes.
Was it Atami Fuji?
No. It wasn't Atami Fuji. It was
Kotonowaka. Yeah, it was Kotonowaka. No?
Yeah.
Let me see that. That was day 9. I'm gonna go to Nato Sumo. Go to day 9. I am going to find it. Let me see. Day 9. Here we go. Yeah. Here. Yeah, the one they just that's the one where he hurt himself. That's the one where he hurt himself. This is the one. So it's much later, but still. After that he lost.
Yeah. And I mean, if you watch the interview afterwards, he was saying like, I didn't beat Hoshoyuru.
Yeah.
He misstepped. And I'm like, you're a real man. You're a real man for saying that. You beat him, but you're a real man, because he did beat himself.
Yeah, he did. He really did. Like, you see this. Was it Hoshouryu? No. It's not Kotonowaka. I thought it was Kotonowaka. It's not.
Was it not Kotonowaka?
This is the one.
Who is it?
Then who is it?
I thought it was Kotonowaka.
No, then it's before that. It's Atami Fuji.
I don't think it is. Was it?
Let me see.
It's funny how weird little details I remember. I remember that interview afterwards, but I can't tell you who the Rikishi was. Very interesting. Dang, maybe I do need memory pills.
Joe, you might be right.
Hey, I mean, he's a rocket scientist.
He literally is a rocket scientist, yeah. Truly is a rocket scientist. Let me see. Oh, yeah, it's against Nishiki Fuji. Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Because Hoshoryu had this. He had it. Like, he was going to win this. And then he just collapsed. And you watch the commentators. I was watching it live, right? So the commentators are saying something about his left toe or something. And if you watch it, it actually is. I think he twists his foot a little bit and his left toe gets caught. Left big toe, yeah.
Okay.
Because he falls. Nishiki Fuji doesn't do anything.
Yeah, he does nothing.
They gave it the kote nage when it should have been actually like tsukihiza. But I guess because Nishiki technically did have like a hand on him, that's why they gave him a winning technique.
So with those matches, it was, I think, day 3 of Takayasu. He had a weird one too. He was going against, I don't even remember who it was, but it was one of those matches where he starts off and he loses, and it was such a weird match. He got pushed out and then he like turned sideways and stepped down and was like, ugh, that was the ugliest loss I've ever seen.
He went 10-5 though, so
he did go 10-5, which is fucking awesome. It's awesome. You think he's gonna make it back to Ozeki?
No,
Come on.
no, sorry, not
Come
gonna
on.
happen. Not gonna happen.
Come on, man.
Hey, look, his most techniques, the technique he's won with the most is hataki komi at 22%.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool because most athletes,
I think he got like 3 on this one.
most athletes, it's oshidashi or yorikiri, right?
This is true.
Right? Like Nishikigi, yorikiri, 28%.
Speaking of the
Even
Basho,
Hosho
are you
Dudes.
excited that Aoyama's coming back?
Oh, back up to Makuuchi.
Yep.
Yeah.
Dude, he has the best like photos ever because one tit will be high, the other one will be low. Like his hands will be out here and his tits will be fucking north and south across each other. It's fucking great.
No.
He has,
Oh,
he has the best photo
who's-
opportunity.
I didn't check who's coming up from Makushita to Juryo next Basho. Dang. Let me find that.
I wonder if we have any new young bucks.
Let me find that. Let me find that info.
For this Basho, I spent most of it. Oh my god, no, I spent all of it working overnights, which in my heart of hearts, I thought I would be able to watch more sumo.
Oh,
It did
nice.
not
Okay,
work
so
out that way.
here it is. We have Takeru Fuji.
Mhm.
He's Isegahama, so same stable as Teruno Fuji, right?
Mhm.
Osho Umi, Naruto, so Koto Oshu, former Koto Oshu. That's his first one that's come up. That's not as tsukedashi. Like Oshoma came up because he was champion University of Yokozuna, so he came in at Makushita 15, right? So
Mhm.
Osho Umi is coming up, and then we have two Juryo again. Hakuyozan and Tochi Musashi are coming up again.
Nice.
Juryo. Yeah. So 2 new, 2 returning.
Maybe this will be our last question, but I think personally, this was my favorite Basho of the year.
It was pretty exciting. It was pretty
Yeah.
exciting. I was disappointed with the Ozekis a little bit. Kirishima was fine. The other 2 were a little disappointing. Kirishima did it decent.
I thought it. We don't have a Yokozuna.
We don't.
That's
Yeah.
what it is, right?
He can't
Like,
retire because they need a Yokozuna. They need a Yokozuna on the Banzuke, and Teruno Fuji needs to get his elder stop.
Yeah, exactly. But it's unfortunate that he's in such bad body condition. He's been doing like inspirational stripper post, like looking off into the distance, a shot, and then like a little motivation underneath, and I'm like, what is going on, man? Like,
But I think if anybody has a chance out of the Ozekis to in pretty like the near future to become Yokozuna, it's Kirishima.
I know. I don't like him.
Most likely to win two in a row.
I don't like him.
I've always liked Kirishima.
I don't like him.
No.
It's not rational. It's not irrational. It's not like
Yokozuna caliber.
No, he definitely is. But I just don't like him. I don't know.
I've been supporting Kirishima since Juryo and Hoshoryu because they came in about the same time and about the same age.
I've been disliking him since then.
Really?
Yeah, dude, it's a me, like me as a fan of a professional sport. Like people be like, I hate the Jets.
Okay,
I can't stand Legion. Whenever
San Diego Legion. Whoa.
Whatever it is, right? Whatever the sport, the Chargers are terrible, right? This is how this manifests for me. I just don't like Kirishima.
Current Kirishima.
Yeah, I don't like him.
Okay, valid.
Right?
I don't like.
He has great techniques, right?
does.
He has great record. I just don't like him. I also don't like Steph Curry.
I don't like Steph Curry too.
He sucks. I hate him. I mean, he doesn't suck. That's half the problem, is that he doesn't suck, but I don't like him.
Yeah, unfortunately, Mitakeumi is a Nagano boy, but I think shit. He is. He's absolutely. He was Ozeki for 3 basho. The only reason he was Ozeki for 3 bashos is because he had to pull out once for COVID.
Oh yeah.
And he makekoshi'd all his Ozeki bashos. Worse than Shodai.
Yeah. I like Shodai.
Yeah. Wait, sorry, he was Ozeki 3 bashos, sorry. And he had a kachikoshi on his first Ozeki basho and then makekoshi.
Shodai to me is kind of like, he's a boogeyman, right? He's that guy that, on paper, maybe not the best or anything along those lines, not the best personality, but he ruins runs. He's that guy that will show up and just fuck up your mind, and then for the rest of the basho you're done.
And then he's done too.
Oh, he's done too, yeah. But I don't know. It's a weird thing. This sport in particular, is the layout of it, the 15 days, one match kind of setup. It's weird. People are pretty awesome to me, right? And then of course, my Takayasu and my Ura, right? I'm a fan because of the style and what they bring to it. But we all have our things.
Yeah, you know what current sumo's lacking?
What's up?
White people.
You got Shishi coming in.
True. Oh yeah, Shishi. Yeah.
Shishi.
Yeah, in judo. Yeah, and we technically do have a Russian. He was in.
Oh, and what's his name is going back up. Aoyama's back in.
Oh yeah, Aoyama's back in. Yeah.
So there's plenty of
white
people. We don't have any black people.
We have another Ukrainian.
We don't have any black people. We need some black people.
Oh well, Ikazuchito.
Yeah. I mean, see, this is going to be a weird fucking debate here. All right, so he has black blood.
Yes, but he's Japanese. Yes,
he is culturally Japanese.
Yeah.
Right.
He grew up in Japan.
And Japan is a little weird about the whatever, people are different, whatever, right? But for him being black is like me calling Obama black. Obama has a white mama.
Yeah.
What I mean. All right. So he looks a little different, but he's not culturally any different.
You're right. Yeah.
Right. Aoyama, he is. Yes, he lives in Japan. He speaks Japanese. But when he's at the World Sumo Championship, he's hanging out with Bulgaria.
Yeah.
He's Bulgarian.
Yeah.
It's different, right?
Well, there hasn't been. Has there ever been a black sumo wrestler professional?
There has been in the past. He was half black, half Japanese. But when I say black, I mean actually, yeah. Or his dad was American. And
Wakaichiro. Yeah.
And that was he was culturally black.
Yeah.
And culturally Japanese, right? That's a different fusion. It's a different thing, right? And I'm not saying maybe I don't know exactly how anybody's family works or whatever, but everything I see of what's his name, he's Japanese. He is Japanese.
He's Nigerian or something, I think?
He is Nigerian.
Yeah.
His father is Nigerian. I don't know how Nigerian his household was. I'm not into that, but everything I've seen of him is very Japanese.
It's funny because when Wakaichiro was doing it, his name is Ichiro Young, right? Waka is young. That's what it means.
Also he's young.
He literally just like kept his name.
That's good. That's cool.
Let me see. Oh, he's on Twitter. He's Moto Wakaichiro, Ichiro Young, former Wakaichiro. But he was born in Japan. I don't know if he was born in Japan, but he said, "Oh no, he was culturally Japanese. He grew up in the U.S." Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Japanese. Okay.
I have all my things. That's why I'm hoping Edible gets there, right?
I really do. Yeah, I hope so.
You know, like
he's got one more
that
year.
would
One more year.
One more year to shake the fucking world.
Unfortunately, he can't go to Musashigawa because Musashigawa Oyakata brought his nephew in.
Yes.
I think if he
which is unfortunate because as like the American style, like maybe we could have snuck in there.
Yeah,
because we have an American with elder stock, but you know that's cool. Well, there's others. There's others. I'm sure there's some weird small stable that is barely hanging on.
Yeah.
That just needs an American or needs a
foreigner
something. Maybe just need wins.
Yeah.
And
because there are a few stables out there that are just absolutely, unfortunately, bad.
Yeah. Right. And of course, you know, who knows? We all have our hopes and dreams.
This Edible is not very good at asking people for help.
Yeah, but he's not good at asking, but he's good at being there for help.
That's true. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's he's there and then we all know what he wants. So like you and I both were like
Yeah. Yeah, and we gave him everything that we could, like, you know, let him know like some of the cultural things, which is dope that you were there to help him out with some of the like cultural Japanese things a little bit. Like, hey man, make sure that your sumo looks this way. Right. And he's put on a lot of masks too. It's looking great.
Just need a little bit more. He needs to hit 100, I think.
He needs to like do an actual dirty bulk, but I don't think it's possible for him because of the way his flavor palette works. But who knows? We will see. All right, and that is Pro Sumo Small Talk
overview
and a little bit of minimum effort.
Yeah,
it's a little bit of this and a little bit of that.
I think I looked up stuff. I watched some videos.
We did. We rambled a little bit. We talked about some of our favorite people. Edible Kanya.
He is my athlete of the year.
Oh, for real?
I think so.
For real? Mine is JJ.
Wow. Okay.
No, you know what? No, I like.